Lesson number 6, passing the butterfly guard. Lesson number 6 is going to be centered around the butterfly guard because when we're trying to step over the legs and smash them, as we covered in a previous lesson, often his hip escapes will end up in the butterfly guard position. Now before we get started, we got to congratulate Alex here on his blue belt. He got it last weekend, so nice job, Alex.
Thank you.
He speaks the first time he's spoken. So, starting in the butterfly guard position. Here. Now, when I'm trying to get around, as I showed in the previous lessons, he's not going to be able to establish the butterfly guard position where he's sitting up and underhooking you. Quite right here. We're going to deal with this in the future. That's obviously a much worse position. Where he just has butterfly guard in, and you're low and he's not sitting up and he doesn't have underhooks, is actually a really bad position for him. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be passing to this side, because that's the side I prefer, and I'm going to grab as low as I can with this little cusp of material right here, and I'm going to pin it to the ground. Now if I can pin his butterfly hooks on the ground, that's a very good thing to do to be able to pass. So from here, I reach around like this, and now I'm going to do what I've referred to in my lessons as lateral movement. And I'm going to do that to the left, like this. I'm going to post my leg out, my left leg, and go to the side like this. Complete lateral movement. And if you notice, what that does to Alex's legs is it starts to cross them. Instead of being square with the butterfly here, he's now weakened his position because his hook is over to the side right here. I'm going to give you just that step from the opposite view. So if we can scoot all the way this way. In the butterfly guard position, I reach around with my left and I pin down to the ground. Now I do lateral movement to my left, like this. Now, if I can get the shin to shin here, you notice how my shin is over this? That's going to be fantastic. That's a much better position for you. So, let's square up. That is the most important step to passing the butterfly guard position. So, usually, lateral movement is incorporated in butterfly guard passing, even if you do choose some other passes. Not always, but a lot of the time. So here, step 1. If I didn't get the shin to shin right away, I'm going to work to circle my leg and get that shin to shin. So just be patient with it. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer my grip up on a little bit higher. So it was grabbing this cusp a little lower. I'm going to grab higher. Now once I've achieved my lateral movement, I want to work to smash this hook. And I'm going to go completely north on him. And I'm going to go head with head right here. Like this. Now, once I've done that, I'm putting a lot of weight on his hook, making it pretty useless. I'm going to grab from this point, I'm going to grab a little bit lower, right here, maybe a little bit higher than the belt line. And with this hand position, it's going to give me a good balance to be able to do the next step. And that's clear the hook. So in order to do this, I'm going to do a headstand. And the position of my hands is really important to get the proper balance. Now when I do the pass, I often just jump up and then kick my leg and come back down. But to get the balance of that position so you don't mess it up, you're going to practice doing a headstand from that position. So from here, I'm right here, and now I'm going to jump straight up. And notice how my leg came in to prepare for the jump, right here. And now I push down on my hands, and I'm balancing on my hands and my head, and I jump up like this. Now, it's going to be hard for him to follow with his hooks. Now, I'm going to kick my leg if his hook is still in, then fall to the side and come to the Kesa-gatame position, or if you prefer, the side control position. Here's the move from beginning to end. Right here, start in the butterfly guard. First, grab and pin towards the ground. This is the hardest step, I think, because he's gonna be hipping out and trying to get away from you. So you need to get the control of it and get lateral movement as soon as possible. That kills a lot of what he can do. Right here, lateral movement, shin to shin. Re-grip and go north. In and headstand. I adjusted my right hand too. And headstand. Now from here, I kick, boom, if his hook is still in, which it's not, and then I come to the Kesa-gatame or the side control position. Here's just a complete reverse angle, just in case we missed anything from that side. From here, grab and pin like this, lateral movement, shin to shin. Adjust your left hand. Go north, adjust your right hand in a good comfortable position. Left foot, jump, kick, and establish. Now, you're not gonna stay in the handstand position. It's just gonna look like you're gonna jump up and kick your legs. If you're super flexible, like Alex is, you can just kick your leg back and your flexibility will allow your leg to get high enough. So from here, this is what it really looks like when you do it. You're not actually staying in the headstand position, but you need to practice it to get a sense of the balance. Right here, shin with shin, adjust my left hand, come north, head with head on the ground, adjust my right hand, comes in here. Watch how I'm just gonna like jump up, balance, and kick. Like this. That's what it really looks like. You're not staying in the headstand position unless you want to look cool and impress your friends. So, butterfly guard for us in our passing style is going to be a very powerful position because how we're entering it when we're trying to get into the half guard position, it's going to lend itself to be a pretty tight butterfly guard already. And in the future, we can go over some things to do to problem solve when he has underhooks or has you in a more precarious situation. Here we have Hodger versus Drysdale in their first meeting. We're going to start off directly in the butterfly guard position. Here Drysdale's going to manage to secure an underhook with his right arm fairly early in this situation. We can still learn a lot by studying Hodger's reactions. Here Hodger's first going to try to pass to his right side. So we're going to see some lateral movement and him posting his right leg out. Right here. That's the first step. Now, he doesn't manage to get it because the underhook is a little pesky, and he's going to try and step over into the mounted position. Drysdale's left leg is going to get in the way, and they'll restart in the butterfly guard position. While that's unfolding, I want to say that Hodger has not used this pass since this match. He seems to have undergone somewhat of an evolution in his butterfly guard passing, and we're going to take that evolution with him in future lessons. So we're going to learn his passes he does currently next. Here, he's going to do lateral movement to his left. There. Now he's going to look for shin to shin. And while he looks for shin to shin, his left arm is actually picking up Drysdale's leg, preventing him from maybe getting a half guard or something. Now he's going to try and go head with head. And as he goes head with head there, he's going to lose the shin to shin. He's going to take a prep step with his left leg and just simply mule kick his right leg in the air, removing the hook. He clears the hook and establishes the side control position. Hodger doesn't need to do the headstand step because of his flexibility in his legs. If you freeze frame right when he mule kicks, you'll see that he's essentially doing the splits in midair, something I cannot do. So I adapted it with the headstand and the jump to kick and remove the hook.